Hello everyone, it's At Home with Mindy. Today I am going to make lentil soup my way, and for that we're going to need a bit of oil. There's about a tablespoon and a half in there, which is quite a lot, but the soup I'm making should hopefully do at least 6 people, because I've tripled the quantity that for a recipe I found, and then I'm doing it the way that I like to do it. So in here I have 2 large carrots. I've got a large onion. And I've got 4 sticks of celery because I really like celery. But I didn't get myself a wooden spoon, so I'll be 2 seconds. We just need to soften these up for a few minutes. So when your onions start going a little bit see-through, that should be long enough. But the version I'm doing as well will be vegetarian, even though I've got a tin of ham here. That's for later. So we'll just soften these up, and then we'll be able to add in any extra ingredients we want. The veggies have been softening up for about 5 minutes. So then we want to add in 6 ounces, or about 180 grams, of washed lentils. The thing with soups is it doesn't have to be exactly accurate, and I am actually going to add a tin of tomatoes because I also love tomatoes. And then we just add 1.5 litres of water. And then we're going to let it come to the boil and then simmer for half an hour. So I will let that do all its simmering, and I will show you what it looks like when it's done that bit. It's been bubbling away for about 30 minutes, maybe a bit under because I'm hungry. And I should explain, the other reason I put tomatoes in is because most of the people in my house only seem to eat tomato soup. So I thought if I flavoured it with tomatoes, they're more likely to try it. But once it's been cooking for the half an hour, I'm going to blitz it using this thing that I picked up for, I think it was $5.95 in BM ages ago. But really you should probably let your soup cool down a bit before you blitz it. But we'll just show you. Might help if I turn the plug on. Because when you blitz it also helps make it a bit creamier. Right, I'll turn you off for 2 seconds because that way you won't have to put up with the noise, and I'll show you when it's creamier. Right, I have blitzed it now. That's better. So it's got more of that orangey colour that you expect from lentil soup. It's not completely smooth because that wouldn't be any fun. But then all we could do, this is a normal size bowl in England. And we're just going to spoon a couple of them in. Ow! I spilt it down the back onto my finger. So I'd say that's 3/4 full. So you could actually probably get, because normally we put a whole tin of soup into that, and that's how much it'll hold. So at least 300 mils. But what I do, or I'm gonna do I should say, is because I have a vegetarian, I've got one of these tins of ham, and because ham can stay in the cupboard for, I don't know, I think it's a couple of years normally with the date on it, you can always have that at hand, whereas bacon, you got it in the fridge or you haven't always got it. So I've just taken a couple of slices off, chopped it up nice and finely, and I'm just going to push that into my serving of soup. See, it's well messy where it went down the back. And then when you stir it through, you'll get the meaty taste, but vegetarians can still have the main bit. Plus a tin of ham is a lot cheaper than a packet of bacon. But I would say you could do 8 people easily, depending on how much of a, whether it's a starter or a main meal. Depends on how much you need to put in, obviously, but hopefully that helped you think of ways to use up veggies that you've got in the house already. So the main thing you need to do is just grab a bag of lentils and have those in your cupboard, because the quantity of the vegetables, it's not an absolute science, it's whatever you've got in the house. So you could change it, put extra veggies in, leave a tin of tomatoes out if you don't want those. So enjoy until the next recipe.